Hello geeks, so this is my first video where we are going to see how do you configure Eigrp on various Cisco routers. As you can see, you have a very simple topology consisting of 4 routers, namely R1, R2, R3 and R4. R1 is connected to R2 on interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and the same way you can see there are various interfaces getting connected on the routers. Network between R1 and R2 is 10.0.0.0, between R2 and R3 is 20.0.0.0, and between R3 and R4 is 30.0.0.0. So now let's just see how do you configure Eigrp on these routers. First of all, now you can see that the router is on privilege mode, so we have to type conf t, also known as configure terminal, to move on to the global mode. The first task to be done is assign IP addresses on all interfaces. For example, 10.0.0.1, whose default mask will be 255 as it is a class A address. Having assigned the IP, we will have to also type no shut to bring the port up. As you can see, there is a notification saying that the port has been up. Now in the same way, you will have to configure IP addresses on all the routers. For example, R2. Directly connected devices should always be in the same subnet. Hence, you will assign 10.0.0.2 to R2 on its interface 0/0. Now, as you can see, R2 has 2 interfaces connected, so you also have to configure the second interface, which is fast Ethernet 0/1. And in the same way, you will have to configure R3 and R4 as well. Now, just in case you want to check of what are the interfaces present in the router and the IP configured on the interface, you have to go to the privilege mode and just type a monitoring command which says show IP interface brief. As you can see, it says that Ethernet 0/0 has been assigned the IP address 30.0.0.1, which is up. That means the port is up since you have given the command no shut. Now, since all the interfaces are up, let's do one thing. We will try to ping R4 from R1. That means we are trying to get connectivity end to end. Let's just check if it is possible. Now, as you can notice, the response for ping is simply dots. Now, what does this signify? Dot means the packet has been dropped. That means the destination is not reachable. As you can verify, it says that the success rate is just 0%. Why is it so? Because we haven't configured Eigrp yet on all the routers. So now let's do this task and configure Eigrp on all the routers. The command goes like this. You have to say router Eigrp followed by the autonomous system. Now, the AS number, also known as the autonomous number, should be same on all the routers in order to form neighborship. Which means if I am saying router Eigrp 100 on this router, I will also have to say router Eigrp 100 on all other routers to establish neighborship. So when you do this, now you need to configure the network of that router along with the mask. So as you can see, R1 router 1 has the network 10.0.0.0, hence we have configured the network 10.0.0.0 in our Eigrp. Now in case of R2, it is connected to two networks, hence you will have to configure two networks for router R2. So we say router Eigrp 100, as you can see the same AS number, and you configure the network which says 10 and 20. You can see already it gives you a notification saying that neighborship has been formed with the neighbor 10.0.0.1. Let's move ahead to R3 now. So the same way, router Eigrp 100, R3 is connected to 20 network as well as 30 network, and at last R4, which is connected to just one network, which is 30. Now since Eigrp has been configured on all routers, let's just check whether R4 is reachable from R1. And now if you see, the result for ping is not dots but exclamation mark, which means a success. Just to verify, you can also see the success rate is 100%. That means all 5 ping packets that were sent have been received on the destination and a reply has been come back to you. So this does verifies that Eigrp is working successfully. Now if you want to check who are the routers or who are the neighbors, that means which routers are your neighbors, there's a very simple monitoring command which says show IP Eigrp neighbors. Once when I type this on R1, it says that my neighbor is 10.0.0.2, which means for R1 its neighbor is 10.0.0.2, which is R2. Now the same command show IP Eigrp neighbors on R2, it shows two neighbors because R2 is also connected to R1 and R2 is also connected to R3. That means since it is connected to two networks, hence it has two neighbors. The same would be applicable for R3, as you can see, and the same is applicable for R4. So guys, as you can see, Eigrp has been successfully configured on all routers and all routers are reachable to one another because we have tried to ping R1 to R4, that means end to end, and since it was successful, this proves that all routers are reachable, and you have also seen it in the monitoring command, which is the show command. So this is how you configure Eigrp on a simple basic topology, which may be useful for freshers who have just entered the networking field, or you may say CCNA, for learning. I'll just take 2 minutes guys to inform you that this is my first video, and we are not just going to make these small or basic videos, but we are also coming up with playlists, various playlists like the Microsoft Active Directory, Hyper-V, Azure, Office 365, Microsoft Exchange, CCNA routing switching, CCNP routing switching, CCNA security, CCNP security, VMware, which will have VCA, VCP, data center virtualization, NSX. We are also focusing on AWS, which is Cloud, Amazon Web Services, which is a lot famous in today's world. Not just this, but if in case you guys are interested in some other videos, or you want to know or you want to have a demonstration of some specific topic, please comment and let us know. We will be for sure posting up such videos for our geeks who are much passionate about having experience or knowledge in the IT field. So feel free and Please support us by subscribing, liking and commenting our videos and sharing our links with maximum people so that we can reach the entire world and spread as much knowledge as we can. Thanks a lot guys. See you again.